Dan. I know that I promised my next video would be the Butsudan finale, but things changed between the start of that video, my little divertissement, and now. So I'm going to post a video that is going to be sort of like the Entreacte before the finale actually starts. Consider this the halftime show. Enjoy. So the mitered dovetails were all glued up and the case was assembled. Now it comes time for the base, and we harken back to my barrel stave table with the variations in color reminding me of a Zen sand garden. Since I don't have enough walnut, I'm going to be replacing the bottom and the top of the Butsudan with white oak barrel staves. And these staves made very similar to the table that I made before. I take staves, clean them up, glue them up, take a breadboard end and miter it, draw a cut line off of that miter, cut out that shape in the stack of staves, and then using dowels in the form of barbecue skewers, I glue it together and then cut in a spline. That's the concept. In practice, I have to get the staves ready. To do that, I give them rough cuts to the size. I used masking tape on the backs of the staves so that I could more clearly mark my cut lines. Stack them, make sure that they are compatible arcs. As you see here, there are sometimes gaps between the arcs, and that requires cleanup. Once the cleanup is done, it is time for glue up, and as we have always seen glue ups, we know what they look like. I've decided to speed through this. And if this doesn't look familiar, you didn't see my trivet build. These were where the cutoffs came from. You see that I have my cutoff lines set up inside the stack of boards. And right now, the cabinet as it is looks pretty good against it, but it still needs that step up, which I'm going to make out of walnut. Then I cut off the backs to flush up the back. Smooth that down. And I have to admit this, I keep on trying to make sure that the grain goes in the same direction on these boards, but because they prefer using boards with knots in them, the grain is always confused. Then I cut another section of walnut out to make the step up. It's about the last segment that I've got, and it's just a few millimeters short of the actual size called for in the plans. That's all I've got. So I cleaned up the faces, and I will give it a round face, as you see there, because it's to match the base of the cabinet. And I'm going to round that over, but I'm going to avoid the quirk that came in the plans because there's already a lot of figuring because of the stacking of the barrel staves. I don't want to make this look too busy. And now, in a loose stack arrangement, we see how the white oak and the walnut are going to look together. I did stain the interior of the cabinet because the plywood was stained already, and I have to remove that stain because it turns out it was actually finish. Next is going to be making the top, which is exactly the same procedure as the base, it's just a little bit smaller. Please comment and like if you like the video and want to say something, and enjoy my other videos below, and be sure to subscribe so that you can catch not only the finale to this build, but my other videos. Thank you for watching.